Hey everybody! So today's video we are actually going, this is a trip that we took, I don't know, probably April. Still working through all of those videos from the footage that I found, but in this one we're going to hunt for something fairly special. Now these may not look like much on the backside, but once you get into them, these are some incredibly nice agates, and these are Bear Canyon agates. As you can see, some of them are just beautiful. You get these nice banded fortification agates. You get nice, gorgeous, actually here, let me zoom in. You get pieces like this that have nice banding and nice bubbly texture in the agate. Get pieces like this where it's actually got amethyst geode pockets inside, or pieces like these two that just have incredibly nice druzy. So yeah, let's just dive right in. Alrighty, we have made it. Start hiking our way over there. I love this canyon. I've been here in like a year. Not entirely a year, but with how long Montana winters are, it sure feels like it. It's so pretty. Ooh, what are you? Oh, that's a pretty piece of jasper. Oh, so is that. Oh, pretty red jasper. I'll hold on to that one. So we are looking for Bear Canyon agates, which are exclusive to this single canyon in the Pryor Mountains. I'll leave it. There's also chert, jasper, and other agates all throughout this canyon, so I'll probably keep my eyes out for them. There's also a type called red Pryor Mountain agate, and it is really pretty. I love this mountain range. It's like just one random tiny mountain in Montana that decided it wanted to be Utah. We'll go deeper into it in another video, but it's crazy. All of the sand turns just completely deep red, and there's these crazy rock formations, and it literally feels like you're driving through Utah. Try to look for a spot where somebody has already been digging and settle in. You're probably going to hear me panting throughout this entire video because my lungs got used to Florida air, which is like way thicker, so now these mountains are kind of killing me a little bit. Always takes about a month before I readjust, unless we're being active, and then it's like 2 weeks, but we pretty much just got home, so yeah, a week from today actually. Alrighty, we've made it to our spot, and as you can see, some climbing is involved. It's so pretty. I did already. I love the spot. And like I said before, you pretty much just come in and look for where other people have been digging. So, pretty much just start rooting through the gravel and try to find some pretty things. I found a broken one on the way up, so I can give an example of what we're looking for. One sec. Okay, thank you. And it's probably hard with the lighting to catch it, but they are gorgeous. Alright, here's the little pile we came up with. Ooh, there's one sitting right there. I'm gonna grab that.
Probably have to find a new.
Gonna have to, yeah, search deeper in the canyon next time. Here I can hopefully get a good example of why these are so... Nope, not gonna work, apparently. There are some really nice ones in here though. Bunch of geode pockets with druzy and some smoky quartz. A couple have amethyst. Yeah, really pretty. When we get back, I will polish some up so you can see why I am so excited about these. But yeah, cutting it short today because I wanted to stop at one more place before we head out of the mountains. Alright, I'm only going to keep this out for a second, but it can get a little treacherous trying to get up and down these cliff faces. I'm sure the camera won't do it justice, but ooh, I was hoping I'd find some of these. These are actually goethite after pyrite crystals. This one doesn't have very well defined ones, but they are strewn throughout the hillsides. That's a better one. So I always, on our way up and on our way down, I always keep my eye out for them. Oop. Yeah, there's a nice one. Very cool. Yep. Yep. That and they stand out, so they're not hard to hunt for. Ooh, keep that one in mind.
The other side next time to collect more of that.
The pyrite? Yeah, there's a lot more of it on the other hill for some reason. Alrighty, we are back. I've started going through some of these. It's just so funny. If you don't know what you're looking for, you never know to look for these things. I mean, you pull them out like this, and you break them open. They still sometimes don't look like much, but sometimes you get into stuff like this, just filled with gorgeous druzy. And you can actually feel which ones you want to go for while you're collecting them. You can kind of see the crust in there past the matrix, because you'll pick up a piece and just feel the weight on it. This one, even though it's a fairly good size, the thing weighs absolutely nothing, so you know you're going to have a big hollow stone that's either going to have crystals like this, actual terminated smoky quartz, clear quartz, or amethyst, or you're gonna have something like these two with a clear druzy pocket, druzy coating the very bubbly textured agate. And from there you just cut them the way you would any other stone. I mean, here's one that I cut a while back, so we'll need to cut it, or polish the face, I mean. But my favorite thing to do with them is jewelry. Here, let me get a little closer. You can see all of those fortification bands, all of that color variation. They are just beautiful. Here's a nice one with a cool crystal pocket in the middle. They're just fun to work with. Each one looks so radically different, and they just look awesome. Here's another nice one. Really pretty crystal pocket in there, and that's polished flat, so you don't have to worry about stuff breaking out, but it's just still very, very pretty. This one's probably my favorite though. Waiting to put this into a ring. got the best of both worlds. Got that beautiful fortification and a nice crystal pocket. I'm excited to work with this one right here because it's going to have a very similar look to it. Just gorgeous stuff. Same with this one. I don't know if I'm even going to with this one because it has that really nice druzy pocket. One cool thing I wanted to point out, excuse the noise of the filter on the fish tank in the background, but you can actually clean up these pockets quite a bit. You can see there's a bit of a small calcite film over some of these crystals, so we can actually use chemistry to our advantage and dissolve those out to really show off those quartz crystals. So if you look at this lighter coloring is all quartz and that black is all agate, which are not affected by acids. The other stuff is, however, so what we can do is take some muriatic acid, dilute it a little bit in water, take a little piece of plastic to scoop, don't use metal because metal will etch, and we can drop a little bit in there, let it do its work, and it will actually dissolve all of that stuff covering the crystals and leave you with one very clean pocket. Alrighty, and here is that same crystal pocket after getting soaked in that. You can see just how brilliant those crystals are. Really nice dark smoky quartz. And if you have any, that'll work with literally any type of geode you have. If you want to show off the quartz and there's stuff in there that you don't want, obviously don't do it if you want to keep some of the stuff like oh, where's a good example? I actually like the imperfections in this one. I want to leave it because I actually really like that coating. But for pieces like this, where your main goal is showing off that wonderful crystal pocket, it works beautifully. You can see how perfect all of those crystals are now. You know, actually getting a light shined in on that, some of those are actually amethyst. That is just too cool. Maybe little, but what a beautiful piece. Here is another good example. The light isn't showing it well, but you can actually see that rim of purple crystals lining, but it's filled in with calcite, which I have other pieces that show the calcite better. So I think I'm actually just going to plop this entire thing in muriatic acid and let that dissolve out, because that can turn into one beautiful geode. There, one of those hard ones turned into this right here, which may not look like much at all, but I actually flattened one of the faces, the other half. Let me get it wet because I haven't polished it yet. But you can see how pretty those things are. The deeper I go, the more those fortifications will spread out. Here's a nice book match set that I cut open a while back. You can see those fortifications are just beautiful. Probably gonna cut this one up for cabbing. Haven't decided yet though. They kind of just are awesome as a book match set. But yeah. Alright, here is that piece that we put in the muriatic acid, which I figured this is kind of how it would turn out. Beautiful, gorgeous geode pocket of smoky quartz, but as you saw, the whole thing was filled with calcite, so you couldn't see any of the cool pretty stuff going on. Muriatic is quite magical stuff. Be very, very careful with it. Always wear gloves and wear a mask, because it is fairly caustic, but it can do some wonderful things. Alrighty, well I think that's going to do it for this one. Definitely let me know in the comments if you guys would be interested in seeing more of the Bear Canyon agates, because, well, A, it's a trip that I love to make. It's just an awesome canyon, plus we go to the Pryors all the time, so I have no problem going back for another video. Or B, if you'd like to see me go through some more, I still have plenty that I haven't broken into yet. So yeah, just let me know in the comments and I'll go from there. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. You can find my links to social media in the description, and yeah, see you next week.